Bullish AMP cost forecasts range somewhere in the range of $0.01 by 2030. Market investigators accept AMP could reach $0 2025. Bearish AMP market cost expectation for 2023 is $0. AMP presentation. Clients have become used to paying speedily and the independence from worry over security while making buys. This is somewhat more trying for blockchains. In any case, AMP is utilizing collateralization through its AMP token to ensure that network clients will not need to pick either speed and security. Despite the fact that the security token was just presented toward the finish of 2020, it has gained extraordinary headway. The organization is now being utilized by more than 40,000 areas, and its digital currency is beginning to get momentum. Could we at any point gauge the cost of AMPs, and is the token a method for installment later on? What is AMP? In the space of cryptography, there is banter about whether to put security or speed first. To guarantee the well-being of each and every exchange, security is required, yet speed is fundamental for the broad reception of a blockchain. Collateralization is AMP's response to this issue. Clients can wager digital currency with every exchange to guarantee that it will finish. The maker of Flexa organization, Tyler Spalding, additionally established AMP. It is built on the Flexa organization and records two main roles. While people can involve AMP for secure and prompt exchanges from their own resources, consolidating Flexa with AMP is feasible for dealers to ensure that installments are paid progressively. AMP Key Examination. AMP's white paper contends that it fills in as a vehicle for gathering esteem while matching the motivators, everything being equal in disseminated tokenized monetary organizations. This is finished by joining a non-inflationary impetus conveyance with positive criticism circles of rising spending capacity. Fundamental monetary models are created to show that AMP proceeds as low unpredictability insurance, with its worth becoming simply because of the utility it offers. By empowering decentralized proprietorship and support in monetary organizations, applications based on AMP can become significant degrees more expense proficient than existing frameworks and assist with killing the mind-boggling extra weight loss of customary social and monetary designs for monetary exchanges. The archive proceeds. AMP current cost. For AMP, there are clashing expectations from investigators, with some expecting accomplishment while others predicting approaching destruction. In one view, AMP is depicted as a poor speculation by wallet investor who accepts it will drop most of its worth over the long run. AMP is at present worth $0. AMP has moved 0.15% as of now with an exchanging volume of $2,682,792. AMP is at present position 253 among all digital currencies with a market capitalization of $84,953,715 USD. Using the overall strength file, moving weighted normal, Williams fractal and moving normal union disparity from the graph above, we can decide cost designs for AMP to conclude whether having a bullish or negative year is going. Our cost expectation conjectures utilize constant AMP market information, and all information is refreshed live on our site. This permits us to give dynamic cost expectations in light of current market action. AMP value forecast 2023. AMP, from certain perspectives, is one of the most astonishing cryptographic forms of money to rise this year. The AMP cost conjecture for 2023 expects a critical expansion in the year's final part, perhaps coming to $0. Likewise with other digital currencies, the ascent will be slow, yet no impressive drops are normal. Averaging $0 cost is very aggressive. However, it is doable soon given expected joint efforts and headway. AMP is supposed to have a base worth of $0. AMP value expectation 2024 out of 2024. AMP cost forecast has a lot of space for development. Because of the possible declarations of various new associations and drives, we guess that the cost of AMP will before long outperform $0. In any case, we ought to hold on to check whether the AMP's overall strength file emerges from the oversold zone prior to putting down any bullish wagers. Taking into account the market unpredictability, AMP will exchange with a base exchanging cost of $0, a typical exchanging cost of $0. AMP value forecast 2025 on the off chance that the vertical pattern go on until 2025, it could reach $0. AMP might benefit. In the event that the market encounters a downfall, the objective may not be met. AMP is supposed to exchange at a typical cost of $0, a low of $0 2025. AMP value expectation 2026. Assuming AMP effectively helps market feeling among digital money lovers, the AMP coin cost could stay stable for the following 5 years. As per our projections, AMP will be green in 2026. The AMP is supposed to reach and outperform its unequaled high in 2026. In 2026, the virtual money will be valued at $0, with a base cost of $0, a typical cost of $0. AMP value expectation 2027. After some broad gauging and specialized investigation, we gauge the AMP cost is supposed to cross a normal value level of 1 cent by 2027. with a base cost of 1 cent anticipated before the year's end. Besides, AMP has a most extreme value worth of 1 cent. AMP value forecast 2028 because representing things to come organizations that are supposed to occur by 2028. We are expecting that a bullish pattern will keep carrying the typical cost to around 1 cent. In the event that AMP figures out how to break the safe level in 2028, we could see a greatest cost of 1 cent. Neglecting to assemble the help AMP needs by 2028 could bring about a low of 1 cent. AMP value forecast 2029. While AMP is endeavoring towards interoperability between organizations to rush connection, the bullish pattern from the earlier year is supposed to proceed. So the base exchange cost has been put at 1 cent and a yearly cost close above 1 cent in 2029. AMP value forecast 2030. By 2030, AMP will at long last outperform its past ATH values and record new cost levels. The base cost could be 1 cent and possibly arrive at a most extreme value worth of 1 cent, averaging out at 1 cent. AMP value expectation 2031. The digital currency market is known to be profoundly unpredictable, which is one of the many justifications for why cost gouging is a troublesome undertaking. Makes an honest effort to gauge future sticker costs with accuracy. But all expectations ought not be taken as monetary counsel, and you should DYOR. In 2031, we are anticipating that digital currency should have acquired reception across numerous areas. In that capacity, the greatest AMP cost in 2031 is projected to be 2 cents in case of a bull run, with a typical value level of 1 cent. Decision AMP has a ton of potential in the crypto field thanks to confirmations in regards to security and speed. In any case, for the AMP digital currency to find actual success, experts accept that it will expect it to continue growing its environment and displaying its valuable application. What is the AMP cost today? Today, AMP is exchanging at $0, a complete market capitalization of $84,953,715. Is AMP a wise speculation? AMP ended up being one of the most discussed coins in the crypto space this previous year. In light of this, it is savvy to say that AMP is a decent decision of venture. How high could AMP at any point go? The typical cost of AMP might potentially reach $0 a year. Throughout the following 5 years, it is projected that AMP might outperform 1 cent. What amount will AMP be worth in 5 years? In view of the rising notoriety of cryptographic money and AMP, a drawn-out interest in AMP could see the value ascend to 1 cent inside the following 5 years. What amount will AMP be worth in 10 years? In the event that you put resources into AMP today, likewise with any speculation, a drawn-out increment is normal. The cost of AMP might actually ascend to 2 cents inside the following 10 years. What will the AMP cost be in 2024? AMP cost is supposed to reach $0 2024. What will the AMP cost be in 2025? AMP cost is supposed to reach $0 2025. What will the AMP cost be in 2026? AMP cost is supposed to reach $0 2026. What will the AMP cost be in 2027? AMP cost is supposed to reach 1 cent by 2027. What will the AMP cost be in 2028? AMP cost is supposed to reach 1 cent by 2028. What will the AMP cost be in 2029? AMP cost is supposed to reach